Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Purnama from class E with the name H013330. And in this video, I want to explain about phonology, morphology, syntax, and semantics. So the first is I want to explain about phonology. Phonology is the study of the sound system of languages. It focuses on how sounds are organized and used in a particular language or across languages. Phonology examines phonemes, the smallest units of sound, stress patterns, intonation, and how sounds interact with one another. For example, it studies why cat and bat are different words due to the distinct initial sound. K and B. Morphology. Morphology is the study of the structure and formation of words. It analyzes how phonemes, the smallest meaningful units of language, combine to form words. For example, the word unhappy consists of the three morphemes, un as the prefix, happy as the root, and ness as the suffix. Morphology distinguishes between free morphemes, which can stand alone like book, and bound morphemes, which must attach to another morpheme, like as in books. Okay, next I want to explain about syntax. Syntax is the study of the structure of sentence and how words are arranged to create meaningful expression. It examines the rules and principles that govern sentence constructions, such as word order, agreement, and hierarchical relationship within sentence. For example, in English, the sentence "she eats apples" is syntax. Okay, next, I want to explain about syntax. Syntax is the study of the structure of sentences and how words are arranged to create meaningful expressions. It examines the rules and principles that govern sentence construction, such as word order, agreement, and hierarchical relationship within sentence. For example, in English, the sentence "she eats apples" is syntactically correct, but apples eats she is not because it violates English syntax rules. Okay, next I want to explain about semantics. Semantics is the study of meaning in language. It focuses on how words, phrases, and sentences cover meaning, including literal meaning, implied meanings, and relationship between meanings. For instance, semantics examines why John loves Mary means something different from Mary loves John, and explores concepts like synonyms, antonyms, and ambiguity. Okay, next I want to give you a specific explain about phonology. Okay, phonology is a branch of linguistics that focuses on study systematic organization and function of sounds in language. It concurrent with understanding how sounds are structured, used, and interpreted within a given language or across different languages. Okay, concept in phonology. The first is phonemes. Phonemes are the smallest units of sounds that can distinguish meaning. For example, in English, the words bat and pat differ in meaning because of the distinct phonemes B and P. Next, allophones. Allophones are variations of a single phoneme that do not change the meaning of a word. Example, in English, the P sound in spin, unspirited, and pin, aspirated, are allopons of the same phoneme P. Phonological rules. These are the rules that describe how phonemes are realized as speech sounds, allopons. In specific context. Example, in English, a plural S becomes Z after voiced consonants. Dogs is pronounced dogs. Syllable structure. Phonology studies how sounds are organized into syllables. Syllables typically consist of 3 parts. Onset, initial consonant sounds. Misuse, vowel sound. Coda, final consonant. Nucleus, vowel sound. Coda, final consonant sound. Example, in the word kid, K is the onset, A is the nucleus, and T is the coda. Prosody. This refers the rhythm, stress, and intonation patterns in language. Example, coming, can, and sound like a statement or a question. Phonology studies how sounds are organized into syllables. Syllables typically consist of 3 parts. Onset, initial consonant sounds. Misuse, vowel sound. Coda, final consonant. Nucleus, vowel sound. Coda, final consonant sound. Example, in the word kid, K is the onset, A is the nucleus, and T is the coda. Prosody. This refers the rhythm, stress, and intonation patterns in language. Example, coming, can, and sound like a statement or a question depending on this intonation. Phonetics. These are the rules that govern permissible sounds combination in a language. Example, in English, the combination N as in sing cannot appear at the beginning of a word. Minimal pairs. These are pairs of words that differ by only one phoneme, used to identify distinct phonemes in a language. Example, beat and bat differ only in the vowel sounds I and I. Distinctive features. Phonology also categorizes phonemes based on their shared features, such as voicing, place of articulation, and manner of articulation. Example, P and B are both bilabial stops, but P is voiceless and B is voiced. Okay, next I want to explain why phonology, morphology, syntax, and semantics are are important, because this is components of linguistics, because they help us understand how language are structured and how the function and how the function. And how semantics are critical components of linguistics because they help us understand how languages are structured, how they function, and how meaning is conveyed. Here's why each important. Phonology. Why phonology is important? The first is phonology explains how sounds are used and perceived in a language, which is essential. Morphology. Why morphology is important? Because morphology explains how words are formed and how their structure contributes to meaning. And why syntax is important is because syntax governs how words are combined to create meaningful sentence. And the last is why semantics is important because semantics focuses on how meaning is conveyed in a language. Okay, maybe that's all for me. Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.